What's up? So real quick, wanted just to this is a quick introduction into a podcast I did a while ago when I interviewed the Eppich Archery Unleashed family. So Mel and Kale and their family. So had a chance to interview them after we announced an archery clinic that we did that they came help me with here in Utah County. And I've been hunting it this morning, and it's Labor Day, and just taking care of things here, and just finally getting to, I'm not editing much at all. I'm just really keeping it raw, cut and dry. And it's a lot longer than I thought it was. But I was thinking it was like 20 minutes, but it's like 40 minutes. So enjoy listening to that 40 minutes of them talking and us talking. But it really, there's a lot of good stuff. They're an amazing family with a lot of ambition and a lot of goals that, when I look at archery, when I look at the world of archery and outdoors, they are filling a role in this industry that we're in that's very much needed. Like, it's a role that's been vacant. I don't feel that I don't feel that anyone's filled this role quite yet, and I think that Mel and Kale have an opportunity to really take over that. And I really feel like they're the right people for it too. So really cool to see what they're doing. Make sure you take a listen. This is just a quick intro, and it's going to go straight into the interview, straight into the podcast portion of it. Hopefully you like it. Subscribe to our YouTube, subscribe to our Instagram and everything. Jump on board. We'd love to have you more. We're going to be doing some more podcasts with other great people. It's just, we don't even have a name for the podcast yet. We just, as I've connected with awesome people, wanted to share their story because of the awesome things they're doing, and just I think it's just wonderful to see what people are doing to give back and to share, and I think it's important. And so anyway, go ahead and listen. Hope you enjoy it, and give me some thumbs up. Let me know how I can improve my podcast style too. Let me know what needs to be changed. This is pretty raw, so first podcast and just running into it because I really believe in what they're doing. So anyway, you guys, love you all. Thanks for those who listen. I appreciate you, and enjoy. Well, I don't want to take a ton of time tonight. I just wanted to go live so that we can blast out what we're doing to everybody, and then talk more about you guys, just because y'all are awesome. So so those who jump on, this is Eppich Archery. Most of them may be your followers because you guys have you guys have a bigger following than I do. But if you don't know who Eppich Archery is, Mel and Kelly, you guys need to follow them if you don't already. They've got an awesome vision and passion for archery and outdoors and hunting and everything that I think is awesome, because it's my passion too. But I just think it's awesome what you guys are doing. So that's why. So Greg and I, we just were thinking, after talking to you guys, and then we had a bunch at math at Eagle Point, and then we had a bunch of people reach out asking about archery, like, how do you get started, or where did you get started? And we don't have you guys may have more of that than we do. We just thought, why can't we just put together a little clinic or opportunity for folks to come visit with us, and where we can show what we know and give folks a chance to shoot a bow if they haven't, or give them a taste of archery so that they don't, a comfortable place rather than maybe a pushy shop where they're trying to sell them a bow or something, where they can come and just relax and shoot and hang out and see if it's something they want to do more of. That's right. I know you guys have talked about a bit your passion with that, sharing with others. I know, Mel, you've had a unique experience with that.
Yeah, I definitely know that feeling well of not being comfortable or taken necessarily care of while I was trying to find a bow. So that's kind of been our mission too, just to help get bows in people's hands so that in a way that's comfortable and that they feel confident, and that we can foster that love of archery in a healthy way without there being kind of the bumps in the roads that maybe I ran into along my path. And heard a lot of people have had similar experiences, mainly women. But it's it can be difficult to find the right thing and to feel comfortable, because it still is predominantly a male sport at this point. We're a growing demographic, but when you go into a shop, you're mostly going to deal with men, which the men in most shops are phenomenal, don't get me wrong. But as women, we have different biology and different psychology, and both of those things contribute to how we respond in all of our situations. And sometimes it's a little more helpful to have a woman's perspective of things. And so we've been really help that. And kids as well, like all of our kids shoot, like, and so we're excited to kind of be able to help out. I'm excited to be able to come help coach, and we've got lots of other things that will be coming up in the future, but I'll be there to help out with whatever to help out with.
Kel's not going to be at Kel.
Either I'll be on the mountain or I'll be at the Eastman Center, one of the two, or the Eastman Center.
That's what I was telling you, my coach told me go to Eastman's and shoot. He's like, you need to be there and compete. I was like, I already committed.
Right.
So next time.
Yep. Next time, man. Next time.
So so what we're doing, kind of what Mel was talking about, like just meeting people and helping. Like what we've wanted to do is we're going to do an archery clinic, and it's maybe a bit short notice at this point, but this weekend, Saturday, at Timp Archers in Provo, Utah. So just up the canyon, they've offered up their not the entire range, but their practice range, their facilities. They've offered to allow folks to, if you want to pay the regular fee, to shoot a full course as well up there. So they've offered their course up. Said, yeah, absolutely. They're very like-minded in that they want to help others explore archery and learn. And so I got to go to one of the club meetings, and everyone's like, yeah, absolutely. Can we come help coach too, or can I bring bows? And so we may have some other folks up there helping to coach. But what this is, this event, this clinic is, we're really reaching out to beginners. Mel, you talked about it. Those who may have not had a good experience or have been nervous about going into a bow shop, not sure what to expect or how to get started. But it's going to be all those folks. We're not really looking to coach like a pro archer or someone who wants to go pro who's already had a lot of experience. We'd really like to just offer an opportunity for anybody, from kids. We'll have some bows. Go ahead.
Even intermediate archers who want to work on form, want some pointers on, like, maybe if you're having a hard time with your grip or your anchor points or your torque or the other, like, if you have your own equipment, that's fantastic. Like, bring it, come and willing to help, but definitely not like the professional realm.
No. they can come help coach if you're a pro. Yeah, if you're a pro, come help out. I think that'd be awesome too. Just any way we can help people explore and grow. And that's one challenge maybe that we've come up with, or that's been there, is having enough equipment for just anybody to come shoot. And I think at this point we've got a good variety. We'll have a couple of bows that at least one for sure. I don't know, Mel, did you say you'd be able to bring your bow?
I'm bringing them, but I may not be able to adjust them, and so I'll have a recurve for kids. The hard thing is my bows are not necessarily beginner bows, so they wouldn't really appeal or be a really good place for someone. Yeah,
mine isn't either, but we'll have. So we should have a Bear Cruiser, which is a good intermediate for youth, or for a lot of folks can use that. And we'll have a Diamond series as well that's really adjustable that Greg's wife shoots right now. So we'll have a couple of bows that are really adjustable for some beginning, like adults could shoot, or youth. I've got mine, but again, mine's not really a beginning bow, but it would be one for folks could check out and at least explore that. We've got some recurves, and so we'll have, and also John, he runs a Joad trailer, and so he'll have his entire trailer of recurves and equipment and targets that he's bringing as well. So we'll have a good variety. Plus, we'll have a couple different bear bows for beginners that are like 5-pound bows that little kids could shoot. So we'll have a good variety of bows to choose from, I think.
All of our releases, so we've got a full variety, everything that he's not shooting, but I'll bring that resistance, back tension, some variety of different things, so people can, if you've never shot a thumb release and want to come try it, like, I'll bring all of the stuff that we have, and we'll be there to help support you in that process too.
Thinking the only thing I don't have is a wrist strap anymore. I'm all down to handhelds now, but
several.
Say what? You have several? Okay. I thought about getting another one, but anyway. Well, cool. So we'll just kind of share a little bit. So it's going to be at Timp Archers this Saturday, and I'm planning to be there from 8 to 2 p.m. We've got a place to register to go, so if you're interested in being there and shooting and learning, would love for you to register, just so we know like your experience level, what equipment you have, what we need to prepare for. And also, if like no one's showing up, afternoon, then we want to let the guys have the range back, and we'll want to be able to exit early if we need to. I know there's a lot. One thing that they did have a concern is that they might, they've got a lot of bow hunters that are part of the club that are getting ready for hunting season. So we just we've talked to them, and there's we're not going to take over the entire range. we're going to make sure that we're using it in a way they can still use it at the same time. Anyway, so we'll have a registration link, and we can post it with this video / we'll have another post will go up with the links and stuff where you can register, and just so we know what's going on, and we can inform you if things change. And with that, if you Al's Sporting Goods, which you guys shoot for Al's, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're one of your sponsors. Yep. I pretend like they're one of my sponsors. I just, I'm good friends with them, and they give me a deal now and again. But they what?
Al's is phenomenal. Like they aren't, people try and put them in the category of a big box store as far as their archery department, when in reality they have the capability and the access to bows and the knowledge to be a pro shop, and they are a pro shop.
Yeah.
So there's kind of that misconception there, and we really value them. And I mean, we shoot for them, obviously.
Yeah, no, they're in Utah County. They are 100% my favorite bow shop, and that's what people look at that like. Wait, well, you go to Sportsman's. Sportsman's doesn't carry a lot. They don't carry any of the actual like flagship bows for anybody. They don't carry any of them. They carry quite a bit in Diamond and Bear, but they don't carry any of the flagships. You don't know if there's going to be a bow tech when you walk in. You can't just walk in and have a bow tech help you out.
Right.
Some of them are just barely trained, and when you go to Al's, even here in Orem, they've got a couple techs down here that just really know what they're talking about and how to help. And they also share the passion of helping people, and so they've jumped on board and said, hey, they're going to be there as well. We'll have a couple of them there, like the managers here in Orem. We'll have a couple of them up there to help tech on a bow, help coach with folks, to help go over some stuff, as well as they've put together a discount for folks that register and show up. So we should have printed cards, and if we don't, we'll at least have a discount, like the code that folks can take a picture of or take with them. And then when you register, we'll shoot you an email with the discount code, so that if you like archery and you want to progress in the sport, then you've got a great bow shop where you can spend less money too. You can save some money and have a great bow shop take care of you. So.
And if you want me to help you find a with you.
Say what?
If you want me to go with you to shoot bows at Al's, I will always go with you.
Yeah.
I'll also be more of a presence in the next couple of months in the Logan location. As part of our contract for shooting for them, we also get to spend some time in the shop and help people. And so cool. I'm really looking forward to that. But if you have a specific time you want to go and you're a female and you would like a female presence with you, that's kind of my mission and my passion. So I would love to meet you and help you out in whatever way I can. So
that's awesome. I know my wife, we've been talking. So this Friday, we're going to go to a bow shop because we've been trying to go and look at bows. She's a lefty. And so that's been a challenge to find a lefty that works. And that's one thing. I don't know if I have any lefties up there with us, on Saturday, but we should have some recurve options, but with Joanne. But so we got to find her lefty. So this Friday, we're going to go. It's our date night. We're going to the bow shop.
Cool.
And we're going to just go where we can shoot, and hopefully she can find something that maybe she likes or get adjusted to it. But we may have to have you. She'll go visit my sister there, Chamberlain. Just jumped on. We'll have to. She lives in Logan.
Oh yeah.
So maybe we'll have to go visit her and drop by and schedule to have her go shoot with you, just because she wants to get involved. She just it's intimidating.
That's the one thing that she enjoys, though. It's like Chris when she gets to go help somebody and it's funny to watch because if she'll go to a store with with some guys there, with some techs there and stuff, and kind of help take over a little bit there in the shooting lane and stuff. She's actually been offered multiple jobs as a bow tech.
If I needed a job, I have opportunity. No, but Al's is great. Like, they know me, and so they know what I'm talking about, and
it helps out quite a bit.
Well, it makes a difference. That's where, it'll definitely. Yeah. So anybody who wants to, talk to Mel, say hi, and schedule and go shoot. Yeah, I know you guys have been really friendly too. You probably even just reach out to you on Instagram and stuff, and
we'll talk all
day.
Me. So if you have questions or concerns or anything archery related, if we don't know the answer, which we don't know the answer, we'll find it and we'll help you out.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, let's so the what? We're the archery clinic August 7th. It's going to be at Provo Canyon. When you register, there's a link for the map to jump up there. And you can Google it too. So on Google Maps or Apple Maps or whatever your map system you're working on, it'll go right to it. And then as far as where to go to register, just go to our website at childlifeoutdoors.com, and there'll be a tab for clinics, and it's the only clinic we have currently active right now. So you jump in there, and then it links off to where to register. It'll link off to Google Maps, things like that, and then once you run through and register, then we'll get you all set up and get you discount codes at Al's and get you lined up to shoot and stuff. So I think that's pretty much it. Do you guys have anything else you want to say about the clinic?
No, I think you kind of covered it all. She's excited to go. I obviously won't be there, but she's excited to be there to help out and in the areas that she can help. So
yeah, well, say go ahead.
I just said it'll be exciting. This will be the first clinic that we've worked on in a while, so it'd be good.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I want to say too, Mel's actually a certified coach too. She's not just she's legit. So I'm not just getting first specimen random.
I am certified through archery, and I just got my certification to certify other instructors.
Yeah.
So this will be a really nice transition from, we've been hardcore 3D season, which is my favorite, and I'm sad that it's over. But this will be a really good transition into what we've got coming up, and we've got some really cool stuff. I'm going to start putting together an instructor training. We'll probably wait until October, just because September is like hunting all day, every day. A major push for archery hunting here in this area. So in October, if you're interested in becoming certified to teach archery through USA Archery, I'll be running some clinics. So go ahead and message me, and I can get you certified so that you can teach or help out with 4-H programs or whatever it is to help promote families and kids and anyone else in archery too. So
that's awesome. Okay, well, Greg and I might reach out to you.
Okay.
I don't know. That'll be cool. Well, that's pretty much for the event. So we'll have the post go up. Go to our website, register. We'd love to see as many people as possible. I think with Timp Archers, we'll have a pretty good group for coaching there to help out. And so, I talked about bringing, if they have bows that would be suitable to have other people shoot or at least handle. So, and people don't have to shoot them, but if they just want to, see what the different styles of bows and learn about them too, that's also there. But we should have a good group there to help out and enough bows to shoot. And if we get too many people signed up, maybe we'll just have a taco truck up there.
There you go.
If we get someone up there and have tacos. Okay, well, I'm a little selfish maybe. I wanted to take this opportunity to do kind of a podcast with you guys. I know I talked to you guys about it, so those are listening. I think the Eppichs are awesome, and they've got a really cool vision, and I just wanted to give them a chance to share that with as many people as possible. So kind of run into kind of a podcast setting where you guys can tell a little bit more about your story. And I know you guys just shared quite a bit about some of your passions or some of the things that are important to you about archery and why you're interested in clinics or coaching. But I would just start off with, first off, introduce yourselves. Where are you guys from? Tell me more about you guys.
Well, it's not just the Mel show. We are both transplants from Cache Valley. I'm originally from Idaho. Mel's from
Washington State.
Okay.
Middle Tri-Cities farm country. I came to school at Utah State, and then we got married after I graduated and lived in Idaho for a little while and hated the wind, and Cache Valley kind of calls you back, and so we moved back here in 2009.
Oh, there you go.
So we've been here since 2009. We have 3 kids. They all shoot archery.
And there's some of you, let's say a couple of your little kids too. A couple of your kids are little guys. They're not
so we 9, almost 8, and almost 5. So our 4-year-old is rocking a Diamond Atomic, and
nice.
She's great, and it's been super fun to watch them grow and develop in the sport. Our oldest shoots JOAD. He shoots youth leagues. He shoots adult 3D leagues in the wintertime, and he's going to start shooting competitions. So He's kind of on fire with it right now, and
Mm-hmm.
really fun to watch excel and see the fire in him.
I liked
Our,
I liked watching your video of him with that back tension. It was his look on his face. He was like, holy cow, that was a real surprise shot.
Thing is that he's not scared to try anything, and he wants. In fact, I bought a hinge.
Oh, we're losing you.
A hot shot just to try it out, right? And within the first 2 shots that I actually used my hinge, he wanted to use it. So we had him using a hinge,
really?
and he was before either of us were.
There's a reel on our reels that you can go check out of him shooting the hinge.
The hinge.
And he's like, that really was a surprise.
Yeah, he's all do things out. He wants to shoot everything we shoot, which is fine. You know, we encourage that because he's more kind of geared toward target archery than anything else. He doesn't love to hike as much, and so the indoor stuff for him, he enjoys the indoor stuff, and the flat course 3D shooting, he loves that kind of stuff, and he's really good at it. So you know, with our kids, we try and push where they want us to push. You know, you can tell if they want to do it or if they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And we try and just direct the ship a little bit and let them figure out what they want to do. Because reality is, you know, as we've gotten into archery, I mean, we got a long backstory about why it's become such an addiction for all of us. And it has to do with 14 years of us being married and not having anything in common. And then all of a sudden, you know, we've been doing archery before, but we never kind of took advantage of what it actually was. And then within the last years, it became this massive, like, love of ours where Melanie loves to hike and be outdoors, and I like to be outdoors, but I want to be shooting or something else. And it kind of tied that knot between the two of us. So for 14 years, it was just kind of a college roommate relationship. Like, we didn't have a lot in common.
We were really great best friends, but we just didn't have anything in common. Like, he worked, we were doing what I think is really typical. We were just living, trying to make a dollar and planning all these things that we wanted in our life, but not actually living it. And our opened the door for us to actually live, like, really chase something that we're passionate about, and have a similar dream and goals, and to just run at it. Like, we jumped off the cliff and we're probably still falling. Fall has been the best free fall of our lives, you know? Like, we played it safe for a really long time, and we finally are at that age where, like, playing it safe doesn't make sense anymore. Like, we have one, and we're going to live it, and we're going to do the things that we love doing while we're living it. And so
honestly, tell you, the cool thing is about what the last few years has taught us is it's actually not so much about archery. I mean, we just enjoy it. It's more, we had this conversation when we were up in Utah, Beaver, Utah, when we were all talking up there. Like, it's more about the family and what the archery community has brought to us as a family. You know, the unity, the fact that we all do something together that we actually enjoy doing. So it doesn't necessarily have to be archery, even though that's our love and our addiction. It can be anything, but for us, it's more about the fact that this is the one thing that brought our family together and kind of united us to something that we all kind of enjoyed. And so we're very, very reluctant to let that go. And so we've just become addicted. And those that are in archery, we found the community in archery is so cool. And there's so much love to go around, and respect and enjoyment. Like, just the community in archery alone is enough for us to be addicted to it and involved. Even if we didn't shoot, we've met the coolest people from France Canada to Mexico,
Iran.
Iran. Like we've met so many that's amazing. Like,
And I think like for me, I was in a place where I had been in the throes of raising little people
Yeah.
for, like 7 years. And I had kind of lost my sense of identity. And we were also coming into a lot of political turmoil and a lot of other things. And I really feel like this community restored my faith in humanity. Like I really needed to find this place where I felt like I fit, where I felt like there were people who shared my values and my goals and the things that were important to me. And so for us, archery has become so much more than just like shooting bows and arrows. It's really become a place where we feel like we fit, and where there is a community of people who, for the most part, are God-fearing, loving, compassionate, service-oriented, hardworking individuals. And that's been really powerful for our family. And that's something that we want to share with our kids beyond just what archery brings to the table in terms of a sport or an industry,
Yeah. That's awesome. I think that's huge. I mean, not just to boast of math, but that archery festival, like that's one thing that was really, like I've seen it. I've hunted my whole life. I've done archery, all through high school, but I didn't get involved in the community a whole lot. And just this year with Mountain Archery Fest, just watching, from the Pledge of Allegiance at the beginning of the shoots, from that to like Hollywood's birthday and Eagle Point, where they just like the recognition, the service, like you're saying, that community of people who just lift each other. And
right.
I don't think I had a bad experience with anybody there.
Right.
I mean, all the events. So we had people at different stages, with people who were like dehydrated on on a couple shoots. We found some people that were, a little bit having a hard time physically, but they were still like positive. There was just like, no matter what happened, it seemed like it was just an awesome event. I know that's not, always the case necessarily, but that's cool this year. Like, this is so much more than just the love of shooting bows. Like, this is like your family's, like,
Well,
that's cool yeah.
like our Mountain Archery Fest shirt today. But
Yeah.
we did too. Yeah, look at us.
I'm totally wearing it today. I didn't really plan it that way. I just like the drum. Like, I like that shirt. I'm putting that one on today.
Right? Did you know that they made us our own?
No,
So,
get out. I'm
In.
so jealous.
We shot all of their events this year, and so they made all of us and our kids shirts, and they list all of the shoots. And what does it say? Epic Tour or something?
It says Mountain Archery Fest Epic Tour 2021.
That's so cool. And that's part of that. Like, that's part of the coolness of like the family and the giving back, because they don't, like, I don't know how much they want us to share. He's pretty open about it. They don't really make money at this point, right? It's not like they're getting rich off this event, and they're giving back throughout the event still.
Right.
And that's, huge.
So we're excited too. We've partnered with MAF for next year. So we are actually working on clinics. So we'll have clinics at each of their events.
Instruction.
Coaching,
Awesome.
instruction, a bunch of different things. Brandon and Kelly have been absolutely phenomenal. And this has been our first year shooting with them and working with them. And we fell in love with Mountain Archery Fest. We've shot the other guys. They say the other guys all the time. We've shot several total archery challenges in the past, and they're phenomenal too. But there's just something different about MAF. The minute that we stepped onto the grounds at their first shoot this year, they took us in and made us feel like family. And it's just this intimate experience that you don't quite get at some of those other big shoots. The interaction, there's just, I don't know, it's hard to describe. You've been there, so you know what it's like, but it's a family. Like, it really is. It's run by and for them, family means so much more than blood. Like, they just adopt everyone in, and you become a part. And so we're really excited for next season with MAF. That's going to be a really awesome opportunity. And I feel like even while we were there, so we had a booth, just on Sunday of their last shoot at Snow Basin, and just the amount of people who came up and were like, hey, I would really like to try this, or women come with their families who had never shot a bow. I'd really like to try this. We'll have bows by then that we'll be able to set people up. We're working on kind of the 4-month structure right now, but there's going to be a lot of opportunity at each of their shoots. So we're really excited about that collaboration.
That's going to be a game changer. I know we had Friday and Saturday, both days, I had people walking up who were just there to either ride trails. Because Snow Basin, if you haven't been to Snow Basin, there's a lot of trails, a lot of bike riding, a lot of places to hike. And we had a lot of folks coming through that didn't know the event was going on. They had just, they live down in town, down in the main, off the main corridor of I-15, and they were just coming up to hang out on the mountain. And I had people ask, are there bows that we can shoot? And I was kicking myself because I didn't bring my recurve. And I was like, and the bow for giants, and which is an awesome thing, but it's like it doesn't really give them the hands-on that, a true like archery experience, a true taste of what archery is. It doesn't really help with that. So that'll be awesome. I might have to come try some bows just because.
Come on out.
We've got some really cool stuff. Every time we have something kind of in the works, we try and be hush-hush about it. We've got some cool stuff we're working on. We won't talk about it just for the fact that we don't know how well it'll go over, but we will at least have adjustable bows there. We've been working with some bigger names and bow companies trying to get us some bows so we can work into having adjustable bows just so people can understand, because I feel like when you go to, like, you have kids that go to clinics, or even adults. We've had adults go to clinics here where someone will hand them like a little tiny bear recurve. Yeah. Or they'll hand them like this old Genesis bow that it doesn't really give you right off the bat the feeling of what it could be. It's like you were talking earlier, you're going to have some bear bows there, some adjustability, and obviously this is our perspective. I mean, I would actually love to start shooting a recurve. I think it'd be sweet. So we're going to have to figure that one out. We'll have to. A lot of times you go to these clinics and they've got these little tiny kids bows for these adults. They don't have anything else. And that was what we were trying to accomplish with this Mountain Archery Fest thing. Cause we had a lot of people come in, and we took 10 of our releases, and there was guys like that they never shot a thumb release. Yeah. And so trying our releases out, they were trying, they wanted to shoot our bows, and that we weren't quite to that point yet.
I did let
one lady shoot it.
Close enough in draw length that I felt like we were okay. So,
but it will be a game changer next year. What we've partnered with them to do, and I will be certified as a technician next year in multiple different bow company technician schools, and I will also be an instructor next year. And so it'll be a complete game changer. We'll have a bow press at the shoots. I mean, we're going to be Brandon's put us right on the shooting line, which will be really cool, right there by the target field. Yeah. So it'll be a cool location, and so we really are excited about partnering with them and hoping to get to the East Coast, where they're looking to put some shoots on the East Coast this next year. Awesome. We're gonna be traveling a lot next year, but there's some big plans in the future. There's bigger plans in the longer distance future for us, but those will remain quiet for now.
So nothing at all, huh? Not even just a little hint or a little teaser.
We've got some product development that we're working on for some stuff, like specifically for what we're trying to do in general.
That will help with clinics. We're also working on some things that will be really beneficial in the 3D realm. But that's all we're going to tell you right now.
That's all. You don't spill it all. That's enough. Thanks. I appreciate the
We're trying to about all
we're
these
excited
things we
about
want to do.
And I know how that is. It's hard. Like when you know what you're doing, it's hard to be quiet about something, or when you're passionate about it like you guys are. Well, that's awesome. You guys, I had some notes. I'll go ahead. I had some notes of how I wanted this to go, and you guys just kind of took it Almost
Sorry.
exactly, almost perfectly. I didn't have to like lead you into anything. You just, that's perfect. That's beautiful. Maybe let's see. What's a piece of advice you'd give somebody who hasn't got into archery yet, who's thought about like what would you tell somebody who's just having those thoughts of wanting to jump into it?
Well, I made a post not too long ago about if specifically to
Mhm.
women, and you
It's like
speak to
she
like
did like the 15. I'm sure you saw that.
I also
Yeah, I saw him.
several followers. Apparently, people don't like to be told what to do, but I thought it was. I hoped it would be helpful. My biggest advice would be find someone who's going to support you. Find a good, solid, like talk to people around you, form a community, and find a good, solid bow shop to start out where you can go and take someone with you that can help you so that it's not a negative experience right off the bat.
Mhm.
When it comes to kids, my advice would be like we kind of talked about, give them the opportunity and listen to what they say. So
Yeah.
if they want to shoot all day, let them shoot all day. If they want to shoot 2 arrows and they're like, I'm done, then be okay with that. And give them the opportunities, but also listen to what they're feeling in that moment, because the more you push them, the more resistant some kids are
Oh,
going
yeah.
to get. And so for us, like we take our girls up and they will shoot. Sometimes they'll shoot one. Sometimes they'll be like, we don't want to shoot today. And that's totally fine. And then there are days when they just are like target after target. And we're like, you want to shoot this one? And they're like, yeah, I want to shoot this one. And so for them, we've tried really hard to make it a positive experience no matter what, and to help them feel like they're in control. And I think that's important for anyone at any age. Like,
Yeah.
give their choices and their decisions in that path. Like, if you're a compound archer and you want your spouse to shoot archery, but she's interested in a recurve, don't try and push a compound bow on her. Like, let her pick up a recurve bow and see how she likes it. What's your
Yeah.
advice?
You know, I think in the realm in the men's world, I think there's more intimidation than anywhere else. I think for men, there's it's like a proving ground, right?
Yeah.
But I think more guys are scared than they want to put out there that they are. And I think the biggest thing is for me is asking questions and being okay and being okay with the fact that you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't need to show up. You know, the first time when I got my first bow, I went out by myself. I shot a few times, and to me it was uncomfortable because I didn't know what I was doing, but I was too prideful to ask anybody for help until we started. I bought her the same bow. We both bought the Bear Cruiser, and I finally went into Al's and I said, hey, I need you guys to set me up, because I basically watched some YouTube videos and try to do it myself. And
Yeah.
once I went in and I was okay with extending a hand and saying, hey, I need help. You know, like as guys, we want to do it ourselves. We're fixers,
Oh, yeah.
right? So, and
Well,
I
and
think,
you got to.
go ahead.
I'm just saying, you got to have like 80-pound limbs too. You can't just
Right.
or 90. You can't mess around with that as a man. You have to.
You know, it's interesting because that's, you know, something I think that all of us still fight with, and I still fight with. I shoot 72-pound limbs on my hunting bow, my hunting setup, but I shoot that every weekend. I probably put 200-300 arrows through that bow at 72 pounds, and I'll be completely honest with you. Did we do 8 or 9 events this year?
I did 9. You did
She
8.
did 9 events this year. I did 8. After 8 events this year at 72 pounds, my shoulders hurt so bad,
Yeah.
and my elbows were popping so much from drawing my bow so often that I've already told her, I said, I'm going to lower my draw weight to 65, 63,
So
where I'm.
what
And
I was saying, I've been. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
I've been shooting 60 for years. I'm at 63 right now, but I have full pass throughs at 40, 50 yards on elk with 60 pounds. I think archery tackle right now is so advanced, and if you play with your arrows, you get the right balance of your. And that's just something you learn as you do it, or if you go to Al's and find it, talk to somebody who's done it. But you don't have to. And that's the same with me. As I've been doing like the state field stuff where you shoot over 100 arrows in an event. I can't do that with 70. I can pull 70 pounds and shoot a dozen arrows, but not 100 arrows. And
Right.
I'm interested in doing both, and I want to be comfortable. And that's something I think people have to understand, that it's okay. You don't have to be Cameron Haynes or these guys that are shooting crazy poundages and trying to shoot 300 yards. I think that's kind of cool and fun.
Yeah.
Like Braden's been, I don't know if Braden's still on, but shooting 600, 700, that's cool. And it's fun. I enjoy that part of it. When it comes down to it, for me to harvest animals, I don't need any more. And it's,
Well, and that's and us not being hunters, like this is my first year, but us not being hunters, like my biggest push for that much poundage is I was sitting here thinking to myself, well, I want to get yardage out of it.
yeah.
Well, play with your bow enough and you play with your arrows enough, you can shoot 60 pounds and still shoot 125 yards. And most guys can't even hit a target at 125 yards.
Well, if you're hunting, like, unless you're like, I don't know, I think Tim Wells, I've seen Tim Wells do it on YouTube without sights too on a compound, but I'm not gonna. I've had deer clear my arrow at 50.
Right.
No,
right.
I'm not gonna shoot way out there.
Right.
Yeah,
I
picture
think
bear. Yeah.
Perception on social media of both ways. There's guys that are shooting 90 pound bows, and it's because they want to, or some of them are doing it because they see Cam Haynes or they see, what's his name, Bomar.
Oh yeah.
He's shooting 90 pounds. Joe Rogan's shooting 90 pound limbs. Like, you see these guys, and everyone thinks, oh, well, you got to have a 600 grain arrow shooting 90 pound limbs. And when you talk to guys like yourself, dude, I'm shooting 60 pounds and I'm blowing through shoulders and stuff. Well, the technology has increased so much, but going back to what we do up to now, what we've done, man, I can shoot 40 pound limbs and do what we've been doing, like enjoying archery as a whole. Recreationally, I could shoot as low poundage as I want and still enjoy it as a whole. I don't have to think about blowing through an elk. And that's kind of what we are trying to push as a couple, as a family, is more the beautiful center of archery that people really doesn't seem like a lot of people know about, is that recreational sport. That's just fun. People golf for fun, or doing golfing like crazy. There's so many people out there that love the outdoors and love to hike, and they would have a blast shooting archery, hiking around, and that's the area we want to be.
And that's what we've talked about is, like, I think there's a misconception when you get into archery that you either have to go the competition archer, target archer, have to be a hunter. And we're really trying to break that stigma of there is this beautiful middle ground of archery where you don't have to be competitive if you don't want to be, and you also don't have to hunt anything if you don't want to hunt it. But also, going back to draw weights, there are women who kill elk all the time and they're not pulling 70-pound limbs, and that's okay. Like, you may have to refine your skill set. Like, you may have to be better at hitting your mark, and you may have to utilize different equipment. Braden was just on here talking about FOC. Like, you may have to alter your setup a little bit, but there's no reason that you have to be pulling 90 pounds. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that if you want to. Like, kudos to you, but it's not a necessity in order to be a successful archer in whatever realm. I mean, this season I took 90 plus yard shots, and I'm only pulling 46 pounds right now on the bow that I was shooting primarily at these events. And no, I would never, but like at 3D, at 3D shoots.
They don't move when they're 3D.
Right. So it's totally about what your goals are, but I don't think that you do.
I think you get back to
macho match for men, I guess.
I guess it could be. I'm more about like my ethical and accurate shots. What's going to make me the most ethical and accurate archer? Because I enjoy hitting the 12. That's what I'm at for the practice range. I sat there on Friday and I hit all the 14 rings on the practice range because I was just like, it's fun to tinker and be accurate. But I was going to say with poundage and stuff, and I mean, people kill a lot with recurves and with long bows and self bows, and those things are shooting under 200 feet per second. They're not. Yeah, I just just to that point of.
Right.
And then I love, it's a sport to enjoy, and it's a sport you can enjoy all year round. When you mentioned golf, I was thinking we should do, and this is something I've thought of before, is we should do, 45 pounds in a bow tag. I just like, it's for real like that. So, but I was thinking we should do an archery golf, kind of like frisbee golf in a way,
right.
But shoot and have different, like a par 3 where it takes a few arrows to get where you got to go, and use like flues or something like that, and have like, I've kind of in my mind on paper I've designed a rubber, like basically a foam target that has scoring rings, so you can score. And like, I don't know, I totally want like 50 acres to have a sick bow shop, adventure center, and then
that'd be cool.
Like a 3D. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. Okay. Well, we probably should let you guys go in here in a minute. You guys, I have one more question for you. You guys have anything else to say before, though?
Nope.
Okay. Spirit animal. What's your spirit animal?
Oh, jeez.
Yikes. You're getting like...
Wait, this is just one that I would...
Spirit animal.
I've never been asked that question before.
So,
bald eagle. Like a bald eagle, like I can fly. That'd be so cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh man, that's a hard one. I don't like
I'm pretty sure bear's a bear. Say what?
I don't like birds.
Well, you don't have to be a bird.
I know, but I'm not, and I'm not competitive. I don't know. I'm very independent.
A bunny.
I'm a bunny. I'm a jackalope.
A jackalope? Love it. Okay. I like it. Okay. I'll remember that. We'll have to make you guys like a jackalope shirt, an eagle shirt or something now. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for taking time. Braden, it's an ego thing. Yeah. The 80-pound lives. Let's go ahead and close it off. So just to recap real quick on the clinic, come hang out. We'd love to see you there. Come help or come, learn more and explore. And thank you guys for taking the time to chat and share about your life. I've enjoyed it, and I'm sure a lot of people watching will, and listening will have fun listening to y'all. So, but last thing, how can people reach you?
That was the last thing I wanted to say was if you have questions or comments or concerns, like obviously we could talk archery for an unlimited amount of time, and we love to just talk with all of you. So the easiest, fastest way to get us is here on Instagram at Eppich Archery Unleashed. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. We're going to start focusing, since we're through our 3D season, more on putting more reviews out again. That's kind of our focus for months. We do a lot of kids review stuff, women's reviews for equipment, and we'll be doing a lot more of that. Where else can they get a hold of us? You can email us at epicharcheryunleashed@gmail.com.
I think those are the easiest.
Yeah.
What's your address again?
What's that?
I said, what's your address again?
I'm
just no. I was saying your mailing address.
Oh.
Your home address. I was like, what's your address so people can come say hi? Just took it. None of that. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Excited to see you on Saturday. Cal, whatever you do, find a big buck or don't miss. Easton. Either way. But, all right. Appreciate you guys. You're all awesome. And we'll see you.
Hey.
For having us. We appreciate you too.
You bet. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you. Too. Okay, that's it. That's the podcast number 1 done. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you gleaned some really cool stuff from the Eppichs and learn some new things. Go and make sure and follow them on Instagram, on YouTube. They do some really cool stuff with archery reviews on YouTube, and well worth the listen. So I'd highly recommend that you go out and take a listen to them, and also just connect with them more and follow what they're doing. Really cool stuff there. Any tips and stuff you can give me as I start a podcast here, let me know what I can do better, what you're seeing. If you're an expert in podcasting, would love some input. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not. Go hit us up on Instagram as well. We do a lot more than just podcasts. This is, like I said, podcasts are just the beginning. So we've got a lot of vision, a lot of stuff happening that we're doing to build the archery and the outdoor industry together. So yeah, thanks for listening. Really appreciate it, and hope you guys all have a wonderful morning, night, whatever time you're listening to this, and ciao.